I'm joined by Malloy head track and field coach Bill Buth for the men's and women's preview. Coach, you start off the season on Saturday. How are you guys looking to get into that meet?
So it's been a year, just over a year that the team has not been able to compete. Lots of Zoom meetings, lots of practice and kind of hope and optimism. So this Saturday, just on a human standpoint, it's going to be a very exciting day for us. The fact that we can get out there and be able to kind of compete and see where everybody is at. From the coaching staff, we've been telling all of our athletes there is no pressure at this meet. We want everybody just to go out, enjoy the fact that they can finally compete after a year, like more than a year, and just enjoy being out there. Be competitive. Don't expect anything from times or previous performances. Use this meet as kind of like a baseline, see where you're at, and then we just try to build from there. We try to get ready for championships from there.
I'm sure it's really excited to get on the track and just practice for a little bit. How has practice been going for both teams early on?
Practice, we've been practicing really since September. Both teams trying to do during the cross country time. We were like making up meets where we went to Long Beach Boardwalk. We were going to have an inter squad meet that when in November, and then we got shut down. So there's been a lot of time to practice, and the team has responded really well with it. It's really a tough situation because it's not like another sport where for soccer you can just go and kind of have a pickup game, or basketball, go to a court and have a pickup game with friends. Like for us, it's just always running and always training. So it's tough to mentally continue doing that on a daily basis, day after day, and not knowing if you're going to be able to see an outcome from it. Track and field athletes, they always want to see an outcome and they want to get better from it. It's just how we're kind of built. So with all the practices have been going so great. The team has always been in high spirits. Even if there was ever a low, they're there to pick each other up. So we haven't had any issues with that at practice. With all the guidelines, the team has just responded so well from them. Being able to work together while trying to be separate. It's quite a tall task, but our team, both the men and the women, we feel they're ready. We feel that the practice is now paid off. Now we get to kind of see what we're made of, what we got.
Go over to the men's team, and you guys ended with a really strong ECC championship indoors, and then the last chance meet at Boston University, where you also saw a number of school records fall. Again, focusing on that men's team, you have a decent amount of returners from last year's team and some newcomers. Who's really standing out for you early on, and who are you looking to really take, though is longer than a year ago, that successful indoor season and try to take it into this spring year?
Yeah. For the men's side, talking about returners, two guys, Johnny Fitzsimmons, Stephen Barbaro. These guys were like on fire at the end of last year, and both of them have continued to stay on fire. They haven't allowed themselves to kind of take a dip or, really take a break from having the mentality of saying, I'm going to go out there and I'm just absolutely going to wreck it. Like, I'm just going to, do my best and, be satisfied with nothing less. So I'm excited to see what them two are going to be bringing to the table. In terms of our incoming freshmen, we had a big class coming in. We're going to see guys like Juan Arango from Massapequa, who was one of the top sprinters in high school. Billy Wren from Limbrook, who is a 400 hurdler. He's going to be trying to do 110 hurdles for us as well. He's kind of taking on both paths. A bunch of other guys that I could name the entire team of guys that have just been working so hard and who are ready to go. But those guys are really going to be standing out and really seeing what they're bringing to the table. Again, for them, the high school guys, it's the same thing. They've been out for over a year as well. So, they're excited. They're ready to go.
Now we go over to the women's side. You could say the same thing with the women's team. Big records from the women's team. And for the women's team, I think the core, and I could be mistaken because it's been a while, but I feel like the core is in that junior class. So what does that junior class bring? And then how do they also inspire the people who are younger than them?
It's a special junior class we have. I mean, I could go up and down the list with all of them, and they all bring something very different, but unique, and they're all so very team oriented. They care about everybody else on the team. When we were shut down last year with our incoming freshmen, they reached out to them right away, started getting in touch with them, making them feel like a part of the team. So that's what they've really brought since September to the whole squad. It's just kind of that unity and telling each other, telling the rest of the team to be ready to go. We're looking at, Christy Echarina, who during the cross-country kind of trial that we were doing, she was hitting 5,000-meter personal records, and doing it by herself virtually. In terms of an incoming freshman, we have Katie Moore from a local Southside high school who joined up a little bit late, and she's just been right there with Christy. So both of them coming in together is going to be exciting on the distance side. With our sprinters, Mary Casey has been just doing so well with hurdles. Kaylee, Megan, Christiane, all of them just like working so hard every single day. So I know they're all excited to get out there. And then, incoming freshmen, we brought in, I believe, 7 or 8 new freshmen who are, just bringing something special to the team every single day. On the sprinter side, Christina Hillary. On the mid-distance side, you got Allison Camacho, Samantha Latore. There's something special like in each group. Faith Rousseau, who's like one of our multi-event people, who she does high jump, she does shot put, she does hurdles, she does anything that you kind of ask her to. So we have that young core that's in as well, who's really excited to get going, and the whole squad all together kind of sees the potential ahead as well, because next year we're not graduating anybody. So this is a team that's going to be sticking together solid for 2 years, along with our incoming freshmen. And I think they know that they're in the midst of building something special for the team to come.
You kick off Saturday, which is the 20th, and you have about a little less than a month and a half to get ready for ECC championships. From Saturday's meet, what do you guys have to keep on doing going forward to get ready for that meet at Roberts Wesleyan on May 1st?
They just have to keep on believing. No matter the outcome of what happens in their races on Saturday, they have to keep believing that, what they're doing and what they've done is special. Going through COVID, which, a lot of, a few of them on the team have gotten, and trying to battle back from that, with the respiratory side effects from it, just continue them to believe, like just not having any kind of competition over a year, that even though this is like the first meet and we have championships in a month and a half, just have that belief that, within the process, that as they continue to work, as they continue to grow, they're just going to get better and better. And, for the rest of the season, it's just kind of keeping, the head turning, because you just don't know what's going to happen each week, whether somebody gets quarantined, whether a meet all of a sudden pops up. We've been it's been very difficult in finding invitationals like in the past that we could go to, where there's 20, 25 teams. A lot of these other conferences and teams have been having interconference invitationals where there's only like 5 or 6 teams. For our conference now, having only 4 teams in the championships, you're not seeing a lot of open meets out there. We don't have any home tracks, anywhere really local that we could run. So we got pretty lucky with Icon Stadium this weekend. We're looking forward to East Stroudsburg, which is in the middle of April. I feel like that's going to really be the turning point where they can really see and be ready for the championships, which will be 2 weeks later. So whatever happens in the middle, this team is going to be ready for, and they're excited. Like, there's just a lot of excitement with the team right now. After seeing them today.
And I feel like that's a constant with all your teams, no matter where you guys stand. The meet before, you always see constant PRs. Feels like almost constant school records weekly. So with that being said, we mentioned a little bit, what do you look forward to most this year?
Just competing, just watching them compete, being on a track. I know the coaches are just looking forward to being on the track and screaming at them again. It's an exciting time. It's like I think that's what we're most looking forward to. It's just going out there and competing. We're not too concerned with the times. We said, the times will happen if they just continue to believe, they continue to work. What we're seeing, though, around the country in the sport of track and field is just a lot of records being broken because at the end of last year when we were shut down, a lot of them were able to kind of rest their bodies and really kind of take care of themselves. Even in September, October, we knew that we weren't going to be competing, anytime soon. So if there ever was an injury, they knew that they could kind of take care of it, rested, and be back stronger than before. So a lot of them were able to do that, and we could see in a lot of their practices in the, Omni Fitness Center, like all the strength training, we could see a real difference from last year to this year. And now, competing is just going to be the only X factor. Got to be ready to put it on the line out there.
Bill, I appreciate you taking the time to talk to me, and best of luck Saturday and for the rest of the year.